I abandoned my newborn kids for 5 years because I went traveling in Europe. I'm now back and my ex refuses to let me see my kids. I have 3 kids with my ex who got me pregnant with twins in my senior year of college. I moved in with him and we were raising our kids together. 14 months after giving birth to the boys, I had a girl and fell into depression, realizing I desperately wanted to travel and leave everyone behind out of the blue. I decided then this is what I needed to get in the right mental state. I called my ex and told him I'm going to Europe for a couple of months. He was incensed and tried to talk me out of it. I explained this is what I needed to go back to being myself and be a better parent and partner. So I went. He called me the first couple of months and kept asking if I was coming back. Eventually he stopped calling. About 6 months in, my parents told me that he had filed to get full custody of the kids. I was mad he didn't tell me before doing it, but I thought I'd at least take full advantage and really see the world and get it out of my system. I let him have custody. I traveled more for a little over 2 years and visited every continent. When I was done, I really wanted to see my kids again as I no longer had to care for them in their baby stages, but I felt guilty for not being present in their lives and I didn't want to face my ex. One of the friends I made in my travels offered me a gig as an English teacher in a private school in Thailand. I took the opportunity and spent the next 3 years doing that. This year, however, I returned stateside and stayed with my parents. They showed me pictures of the kids and told me my ex let them see the kids a couple of times. I then managed to get in touch with an old friend and asked if he knew how the kids were raised while I was gone. He said that they were raised by a wolf pack. Apparently when I abandoned my kids, basically anyone and everyone who had a passing relation to the dad stepped up. His mom moved in for the first year to help with the babies. Neighbors, friends and relatives all donated or bought kids stuff for them. One of his friends manages a restaurant and he brought them unused food almost every night. One of our old buddies runs an MMA gym and he has a kids class that starts after school, so he takes them in after school until their dad gets off work. Whenever the kids need a babysitter, 2 or 3 rowdy men show up ready to be horsey or punching bags for the boys and tea party guests for the little girl. One of our other friends was a lawyer. Turns out he helped my ex gain custody and advised him through the process. I also heard their dad is doing well now. Every Sunday night, he hosts football parties and invites people over to hang out with the kids. Apparently my daughter delights in serving everyone wheat juice. After hearing this, I knew I needed to do something. I got in touch with my ex telling him I was ready to be involved in their lives. But to my surprise, he flat out refused. I threatened to sue for custody and he just replied good luck with that and sent my pictures of me partying in Europe. They are not flattering, exposing me doing blow off a midget's pee-pee.